Hey everybody, Isaac Rebirth's already been out a whole month, and on day one I had made a clip show of my favorite builds. I figure it's about time for an update of that since we've unlocked everything, so I'm going to show you my highlights, each one more powerful than the last. Let's jump in. First up we have Mom's Knife with Mom's Eye and Technologies. This one's interesting because Mom's Eye lets me shoot knives out my back. It doesn't always spin out, but it always does damage, and it's just interesting the way it looks too. You can spin all over the room. That was a cool build. Here is one that most people who've been playing probably have experienced by now. Brimstone with Spoonbender lets your brimstone arc all over the place. This works with technology too. And it's so easy to hit things in the room when it's like this. It's so good. Brimstone's good enough by itself, but when you get this it really takes off. Next up we got Ludovico Technique and Strange Attractor. If you're unfamiliar with Ludovico, it lets you move your ball around your tier. Just becomes this orb that you control, but magnetic tiers, I usually don't ever pick it up. In this case, it makes them fly into the damage. They can't get away from it, they just go after it instead of me. Usually when I have this it gets me killed, but in this case it completely removes their ability to attack at all. They just die. Just stand there confused about what to do. Poor War, stepped on by Daddy Longlegs. Here it is again, Ludovico with Technology. Now we have this Orb of Death. Now the thing in the center, it's kind of weird, but it doesn't actually do anything. It's just for show, I guess. But you have to touch the edge on the enemy or it won't do anything. So that's how that works. If they're in the circle at all, they won't take damage. They have to be hit by the edge. Now if you figured Brimstone would be better, you're right. It's absolutely better. It's bigger, it's easier to use, it comes with more damage than Technology generally, because Brimstone just gives you a damage boost. And so it's very easy to get strong with this if you pick up Ludovico on Azazel or somebody. I also have Mulligan, so I'm crapping out flies like nobody's business. It's a very powerful, very fun thing to use. You can just concentrate on evasion with that. Here's a fun build. I don't usually like Tiny Planet, but in this case with Lost Contact, the item that blocks tiers from hitting you, this is pretty much immortality. The only things that can really hit us are Brimstone sort of attacks. So this enemy right here, Mega Satan, he doesn't really have any way to hit us at all because we can just stand in front of him and laugh at him. I wish I had more range up, I don't really. That's kind of making this not as good as it could have been, but certainly at this point blocking even his fire, doing tons of damage because of some other items I've found just to buff my tiers in general. Yeah, this is pretty crazy. You never had a chance. Here we have Chocolate Milk, Bouncing Tears, Polyphemus. This is fun. I love bouncing tiers because you get stuff like this to happen and just fill up the screen with things that just don't go anywhere. The damage is huge on that. Those tiers are enormous. Here it is again with Scythes, Death Touch, and same kind of build, Rubber Cement and Polyphemus. I love Death's Touch, and we're going to see a couple more of this because this is great. I love filling the room with these sickles. It's so scary. These guys just disintegrate in no time. Here it is with Quad Shot and Chocolate Milk. Huge, huge attack. Just damage, outrageous. Who knows how much damage I'm doing there. It is crazy. Death is trying to throw his at mine, and you know, there's a huge difference between what he's throwing and what I'm doing. It's just this wave of death. This is a really, really powerful build. Here's Monstro too, a guy with a lot of health, and they are gone really fast. Now Godhead is going to be the rest of these, and this is the worst Godhead build I've ever had. Soy Milk, I really don't like it. Even Godhead can't make it good in my eyes. I really don't like it at all. I mean, I figured if we filled up the screen with these, then Godhead would do better. Godhead does damage on that aura around every tier, but no, not really. How about if we don't pick up Soy Milk and we just have Sagittarius to make Godhead last longer? Combine that with the fact that Godhead homes in already, and we got some ridiculous. This is the way Godhead's supposed to be, honestly. I mean, look at that. Loki's Horns is also pooping out some shots every once in a while. That doesn't really help too much, but it's, you know, even more tiers. Tiers up, definitely the way to go with Godhead, but I don't think that Soy Milk is a good pick for it. This is definitely good because I do good damage without it, and then it's just like bonus instead of hurting my damage. That's what's going on here. So, goodbye Mega Satan once again, no chance. Here we have something insane though, Ipecac and Death's Touch. Yes, these do keep getting better and better. This is ridiculous. These sides are huge and bombing and just, I don't even know what to say about them. The boss don't have a prayer. That's all I can say. I come in here, use devils for no reason at all, and just disintegrate them. I have had more straight damage than that, like with Epic Fetus and Ipecac, but nowhere near as fun or as easy to clear the room with as this. But then, here's the best build I've ever had, hands down. Godhead, Polyphemus, and the Paris. Look how big that shit is. It could have been even bigger if I had found a little bit more damage up, but yeah, this probably does do more damage per second than Epic Fetus and Ipecac did. This is crazy. These split into 4 more Godheads, and they just... Red Poop, of course, being the only thing that can hurt me. Yeah, Mega Maw, ×2, dead in 2 shots, whatever. Because when it splits, it's like 4 more shots, and they're still insane damage. These guys don't even get rid of the shot before they die. And the Pink and Shears, just for a little bit more damage on them. Goodbye, Blue Baby. Goodbye, everybody. See you next time.